Hello again. Okay, so right now we're gonna go ahead and do Charizard's arms, and I've designed them to look like this. So you can either be able to use your Loom, or you can use a monster tail if you have it. Okay, this one's already done, so we're just gonna go ahead and design another one just like this. Okay, and here's how we're gonna do it. So if you're gonna do it on the monster tail, then you're just gonna be using 4 pegs. That's it. Okay, so it's just pretty much going to be growing upwards. And if you're going to be using your loom, you're only going to be using 4 pegs. So you can just choose 4 pegs in the corner. Okay, so first off, we need to create the fingers. And the fingers are going to be done the same way as with the claws, the same way as we did the teeth. So again, if you do not remember, you're going to be needing 2 whites for each one. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 finger, and you guys are just going to do the rest. Okay, so here's what we're going to need for 1 finger. If you want, we can just go ahead and start setting up for all 3 fingers right here. You're going to be grabbing 2 bands and just go ahead and put them, no, sorry. You're going to start off right here. 2 bands here, 2 bands in orange, and a capped white band. Okay, so let's do another one. 2 bands here, 2 bands here, and another capped white band. Okay, and then finally our 3rd finger. When I was designing this, I wanted them to look a certain way, and I had already designed an arm, and then I realized that, oh wait, I need to make it look like Charizard's, and I look at Charizard's arms, and they're kind of funky looking, honestly. They're really weird, and I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna have to go with that instead. So I had to redo the whole arm, because my original ones look so much cooler. But I'm gonna have to do it like this. Alright, so now we have the template for our 3 fingers. We're gonna need 1 more white, and this one is gonna be the point. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and put it right here on this one, and then we're gonna go ahead and cross it over, and then recross it again, and then just put it over the entire thing. Okay. You're going to need your hook to grab that one that is getting crossed at the bottom. It's easier if I just grab it like this. Okay, so the one that's getting crossed, see? Go ahead and flip that one over. And then you're going to grab the bottom one right here and flip that one over. So now you have your knot. And then you can go ahead and push down. You're going to go ahead and grab this one and make it go around one more time, so that way it's on there. Push down, and it's best if you have that knot right there in the middle. Okay, so go ahead and push down a little, so that way it goes. You have room for your next one. Grab this. You're gonna go around one more time. Okay, and then this you're gonna lift up. I usually put my finger right here to help me, so that way it doesn't move, and I'm gonna go ahead and go around one more time. And I'm gonna try to go over, so that way my knot is on the outside. I kind of want to hide these on the inside. I forgot to mention that last time. So I want to push my knot to the front now. Just slide it over. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So now we can go ahead and do this. Okay, so now there's one finger. Go ahead and do the same thing for these two so you can have both of your fingers, okay? And if you want to pause your video right now. Once you're done with all three of your fingers, you're just going to go ahead and take them out if you want to put them into a holding hook for now. Okay, so there's your three fingers, okay? And then of course your point should be at the end. Okay, let's go ahead and get them to that shape. Right, perfect. Okay, and now we're just gonna go ahead and start off creating our base. And our base is going to go, if I remember correctly, what I did, let me see. Okay, yeah, because this is totally okay. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I'm gonna use these 4 pegs, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in. So we're just gonna be working out of these 4 in the end. And you're gonna be needing one band. You're gonna cap that, and you're gonna be putting it over these 3. Actually, I want my fingers on the outside, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them right there instead. Is that right? Oh, I'm trying to remember. No, I was right before. Like this. Sorry. Like that. Okay. If you're using the monster tail, then it doesn't really matter. There's gonna be like one side of your monster tail is gonna be the other side of your monster tail. Okay. All right. So the next thing is you're gonna grab another one. You're gonna cap that one also, and you're gonna put it right here. So now it looks like an arrow. Now you're gonna go ahead and grab with your hook these bands over here and put them over. Okay. So these are on top and these are under. Okay. And the next thing we're gonna go ahead and be working with double bands. Okay. So unless I tell you to, then we're gonna be working with double bands most of the time. And just go around, fill the entire thing. So 2 bands here, 2 bands here, going around in a square. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the bands in the bottom. These bands, you're gonna flip them over, all the ones in the bottom. Okay. Push your bands down so you have room for the next part. We're gonna go ahead and grab one finger, and I'm gonna add it right there where the point of the arrow was before. Okay. Just one finger. That's all you need right now. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and grab again double bands, and you're going to put it around one more time. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. Right here we have this finger. It's best if you put your one finger right here so nothing comes out. you're gonna kind of tug on it and you want to flip it over. Okay, so now it's inside. Make sure none of the bands came out, right? And you should have 4 bands right here and then 4 bands down here. So now you're gonna grab those bottom 4 bands and you're gonna flip those over along with the finger. Okay. For me, it's easier this way because I can grab them so much easier. These 2 are in the bottom. Okay. There's the bottom 4. Alright. So we just did the thumb. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab the other 2 fingers and we're going to go ahead and put them down. Ooh. Yeah, down here. If you're using the monster tail, then just go ahead and do them on the opposite side. So it really doesn't matter at this point where you add them. For me, this one, because this hand. Yeah. Okay. So now. Another thing also, if you are doing your hands on your peg on the loom, you can do another one up here also. So that way, of course, you don't have to rewatch the video, but if you want to just go ahead and do it one at a time, that's fine. And put your other fingers on the other ends. I'm putting mine right here on these ends because it's gonna be easier for me to just follow. And now push those out because you need to add another border of double bands. This finger's, I want it to go up the middle. There we go. Okay. So now that that's done, you're going to go ahead and flip these over. Alright. And I'm pushing right here so that way the bands don't come out. I can watch that it's not going to fall apart on me. So now that my fingers are inside, now I can flip over the bottom 4. Okay, there we go. Alright, now that you flipped over all 4 of them, okay, I'm gonna be making sure that these stay right there in the middle, okay, because it's gonna start growing upwards. Okay, there you go, like this. We're gonna do the border one more time. And this will complete the hand, and we're going to be moving on to the wrist after this. Okay. Again, flip over the bottom 4. Okay. Now we have enough to be able to pull out our hand. So the best thing to do is to put your fingers over so it covers, and with your other hand you're gonna pull on these so that way it comes out. It's gonna require a little bit of patience. Okay, it's kind of coming out. I'm gonna guess that it'll be best if we just start with our wrist. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab 2 bands and you're gonna go around the entire thing. Make sure your fingers stay inside. So put 2 bands around the entire thing, and now you're gonna go ahead and flip over the bottom 4 on all of them. Okay, so now that I flipped over all the bottom 4, I'm going to try to pull it one more time. At least for me, because it should be popping up. There we go. There, now it's popping up. Okay, I'm going to push these bands down because I don't want it to completely fall out. I want to continue making it grow. But there's my hand. Right. So it should be growing upwards now. Okay. Now that we did one part of the wrist, we're going to be continuing on with doubles, going around like this. 15 more times, okay? We just did 1, and so we have to do this 15 more times. So in total it will be 16. Yes, in total it will be 16. I'm counting right now really quick. Yeah. Okay, so 15 more times. So if you want to go ahead and do this, here's the best thing to do is just go ahead and grab 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just do this until you have 15 set, okay? Now this is what I mean by 15 sets. So we have 30 bands right here, but of course it's going to be in double, so you have 15. So if there's my rows of 5s, 3 rows of 5s, that's 15. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be doing it correctly. Now we're going to go ahead and grab one of the sets and put it around. I kind of want to make sure that they're a little bit even, so that way it looks nice. And you're going to flip over the bottom 2. One band got cut. Okay, push down, do another one. This is going to be number 2 of the 15. Okay, this is going to be number 3. I'm going to pull it up a little to help it grow. Number 4. 5. As it continually grows, it's gonna be a little bit harder to start putting them on. Alright, 3 more to go. And last one. Okay, alright, so there's half of our arm. So it should be looking like this, okay? Alright. And now, this is obviously my thumb, so I'm just gonna stretch it a little bit, and I'm gonna try to get it to fold, so that way it looks like a thumb. Kind of want to pull this out a little bit. There we go. And adjust these so that way they act like fingers. Okay, so that's looking better. Okay, yeah. So much better. Okay, now that we have that, we are gonna go around once, regularly, and with double bands on doing our border. Okay, so just do your border one time. Okay, and now flip over the bottom two. Okay. Push down. So that is our elbow. And now we need to do 10 more times. Sorry, no, 11. Yes, 11 times with double bands again. Sorry. So you're going to be grabbing 2 bands. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So we're doing 11 more times. Okay. All I want to do is just push them up a little bit. Okay, so 11 times. Now go ahead and grab first set. Put them through your hand. And then put them around. Okay. And flip over the bottom 4. Okay. All 4 of those bands. Okay. Now do the rest. That's number 10, and this last one's going to be 11. Okay, and 11. For the last one, we're going to do this 3 times with our borders. Okay, so you're going to do your border 3 times. Flip over the bottom 2. Okay, there's 1. We need to do this 2 more times. This is number 2. And last one is going to be our 3rd border. And this is the shoulder part. Okay. Alright. So now that we have this point, the next thing is to be able to seal it. Okay. So that way, of course, we can be able to take it out. So that way we have both of the arms. The way that I did it is I'm going to use 1 band, and I'm pretty much going to go around everything. I'm going to start off with 1 end. Okay. Put the band inside. Put it through all the bands. Reclaim it on your hook, and then you're going to put it on top of one of the pegs. It doesn't matter which one. Okay, you're going to go ahead and go inside all of them again. Grab another band, pull it through, reclaim it back into your hook, and I'm going to put it onto the next peg. Okay, I'm going around clockwise right now, so if you want to go counterclockwise on the other one, doesn't matter. So on this one, I need to go inside this one, grab that band, there we go, reclaim it back. I'm going to put it on this peg. Okay, so now this is my last one. Go inside, grab that band, claim it. And since we already went around fully, we're just going to go ahead and put a slip knot here. So this one, and take out the whole thing. Okay. Alright. So right now, these are going to be helping us to get it connected to the body later on. We have one hand here, another hand here. Just remember which one is my thumb. Okay, so yeah, these two are together, and then this is my thumb. So then here, these two are together. This is my thumb, because I can tell because they're separated, and you can kind of tell also because of the levels. So just fix them up so that way they start to bend in the direction you want them. My thumb right now is acting a little funky. Come on. Kind of curling in a way that I don't want you to. Alright. There's one thumb, there's the other thumb. Okay. Alright. And when you wire this, of course, they're gonna take better shape. Oh. What is that? There we go. Alright. So there's our arms. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and work on our neck and then our feet. So we should have the head on next. And he's looking pretty nice right now. So obviously the neck's gonna be like about that long. So okay. For the neck, you're gonna be needing one loom and 2 pegs, okay? So because you're only gonna be working with these 4 up here and then these 4 down here, okay? And you're gonna need your head and you're gonna need orange bands. I would say that you can do it on the monster tail because of course the monster tail also has 8. But it might be a little bit tough because of how small the monster tail is, and we have to put the head down there. And the head's already too big for a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing. So I think it'll be just best to work on it right here. And this is what we're going to do. It's going to be a little tricky right now. But first of all, let me just show you how to be able to fix those horns. If your horns are kind of going all over the place, like kind of mine are, I mean, they're not going like really bad, but they should be straight like that because they should look like little devil horns. Here's an easy way to fix it. If you still have your 20 gauge wire from when we did Venusaur, you can be able to use that. If not, then just use your 16 gauge wire. That's fine too. But I like the thin wire because we really don't need that much of it. So what I'm gonna do is I kind of want to measure only from like halfway through the horn, so halfway through there, and then halfway through here. So I'm gonna cut it off right there, okay? Because I really don't need that much. So I'm gonna just cut it off right there. So I'm gonna grab my shears, cut it off right there. Alright, so we just need this little part. I'm gonna guess this is probably about 2 inches. So it's about that long, do you see? Alright, you're gonna put it in through one end inside. If you want to put it in through here, that's gonna be better because it's gonna hide inside the head. And just stick it in. And you want it to stay hidden. I'm just gonna stick it in through here. Ugh. Okay, so I can see that it's popping up right there already. And I want to go ahead and push it inside of my horn until I can feel that it's halfway in there. And then you can see that it's coming out right there, so that's totally fine. Because I'm gonna put it on this one now. I'm just gonna stretch this over just a little bit. And put it inside, and I'm gonna adjust it so that way it's evenly on halfway on both of them. So I can feel it already. And the way you're going to do it is, you see how you have those openings right there where I can kind of see the wire? Those are where you're going to be pinching it. And then you're going to bend them at the same time. Okay? Once they're bent, then it's going to be so much easier to shape. So that way, of course, it stays straight in there, and then it's just, your wire is just right there, and it's just going to hold that shape for our horns that we want to. So obviously your dent is in there, and your dent is right there. I can see a little bit of the wire, so I'm just going to push and shape until I get it properly. But otherwise, it should be fine. And I think I can be able to fix it a little bit later. Just go ahead and just keep fiddling around until you get it to how you want it to look like. This wire might have been a little too short, actually. But I'm good. I really don't think I'm gonna need to make it longer, because it's still holding the shape. It's not showing anymore, so I am happy. Okay. Alright. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get started. Right here, we're going to be working with single bands. And I came up with this pattern so that way it looks slightly different from most of the other patterns, but of course I just did it just because I wanted to do it a little bit differently. We're going to grab, the first ones we're going to grab are these two, okay? And we want our head to be upside down. And I guess I'm just going to do it this way. What I want to do is I want to grab first those bands where my slip knot is at. I want to make sure, whoops, I only have 3. There you go. Now I want to make sure it's going through all of them. I'm going to go through here so I can put this, and it's going to go right here. Okay, so I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 pegs, okay, and also these 4 pegs on the other side. So I need to grab this next one. Go inside all of them. Now that I know that I got them all, put them on the peg. And I can take out the slip knots now. I won't need them. Oh, it looks like I forgot one band. How did I miss it? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it. It belongs in here. Okay, and then put these back on. And then this one too. And that one went on correct, so that's fine. Okay. If you want, you can put the snout through like that. It might make it a little bit easier, but the rest of the head is going to be like that. So it looks like he's chomping on my loom. Now, if you can count right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 left, okay? So that's where we're going to put the rest. So we're going to go ahead and grab the outside 2 bands. We're going to put them here. And then the next one, we're going to grab the outside 2 bands and put them here. And the last one, you kind of want to make sure you're grabbing the correct ones, okay? Also, because you do not want to grab the wrong ones. These are the next ones right here. So I'm going to put them here. So the same thing right here. We're going to grab the outside 2 bands and put them on this one. Grab the next outside 2 bands, put them here. And these are the next outside two bands. And put them here. Alright. So I can see right here, there's my snout. The bottom, well, the bottom part of the jaw. The snout is actually in the front. Alright. And that's fine. That's what we want. Now, there is one row that we've done so far. We're going to use single bands to make our second row, because we need 3 rows in total. We're going to make it act like a fishtail. Remember, one band, okay? We're only putting one band. There's row number 2. We're going to do row number 3 now. So one band. Okay, now that we have our 3 rows, you're going to grab only the bottom ones, okay? So you should have 4 bands left over in every peg, okay? So grab the bottom part of everything, and you only want to keep 4 bands left over. Right here, there's 2. Right here, there's 2. And on the back of the head, there is 4 bands that you want to grab, okay? And flip those over. I'm going to push down, go to the other side. Right here there is 2. There's 2 here. This is 2. And right here there is 4. And push everything down. Okay. That is flip number 1. Alright. Now we have to do this. Let me see, hold on. I think we have to do this 12 times. So that was flip number 1. We're going to go ahead and do our 3rd row again. And don't skip ahead, don't flip yet, okay? Because this next flip is going to be quite different. We're actually going to be, I hope you guys know how to be able to do all the different types of flips. If you watch videos from Justin's Toys, you should kind of know a little bit. Jace Alvarez also kind of did it on one of the designs also. What we're going to do is, there's these 2 bands right on top, okay? And pay close attention, because you're going to go inside, right under those 2 bands, and then you're going to pull out the 2 middle bands, okay? So make sure that you always keep them like in the same pattern configuration, because you don't want to lose their spot. You're going to pull those out, and you're going to go and grab the bottom ones, and then you're going to pull the bottom ones over. So this is called an inverted flip, okay? I think that's inverted flip. So again, you're going to go under these 2. You're going to pull out the 2 middle ones. You're going to grab the bottom 2 and flip over. Now the same thing right here, you're going to go under these 2, pull out the 2 middle ones. I'm going to need my finger to help me with this. There you go. Okay, so now I pulled out the 2 middle ones and grab the bottom ones and flip over. Now right here, same thing. And doing the flip right there too. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but the pattern does look a little bit different, and I kind of like it a little bit more because it kind of gives it a little more dragon-like quality instead of looking like the same boring pattern. Because obviously, if you know me by now, I don't do your typical boring patterns. I have to make everything all in just the most exaggerated things. But that's what makes them so unique. Alright, and then that was flip number 2. Now let's go ahead and do our next one. Hopefully you got what I did, because I'm going to show you how to do it one more time, and then the rest I'm going to go ahead and do them at a faster pace. Okay. So hopefully you guys can be able to follow along. So again, we're doing one band, and you're going to go under these two. You're going to pull out the 2 middle ones and grab the bottom 2 and then flip over. So again, go under these 2 inside. You're going to pull out the 2 middle ones, grab the bottom 2 and flip over. Pull out the middle ones, grab the bottom 2 and flip over. Go under the first 2, pull out the middle 2, grab the bottom 2 and flip over. Now the other side. I'm gonna go inside under the first 2, pull out the middle 2, grab the bottom 2 and flip over. Same thing right here. And right here. Here. Okay, we're done. So this is number 3. Remember, we have to do this 12 times. We're going to do number 4. So from here on out, I'm just going to go a little bit faster. We may have to do more than 12, but I'm going to check to see how it looks after 12, okay? Planes, planes everywhere. Okay, that was number 4. This will be number 5. No, I got a broken band in there. Okay, that was number 5. Yep. Number 6. I'm gonna have to redo this part again. My bands get combined. Alright, let's try it one more time. Nope, sorry. One more time. Those were the wrong ones. I think I keep doing the same thing. Am I doing the same thing? There we go. Oh, okay. Okay. What was that? Flip number 7? I'm doing it again. I'm forgetting where I'm at. Number 8. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do a lot more than 12. Alright. We'll see how it's coming out. We'll just keep going until I tell you to, okay? Remember to keep doing the invert flip. Number 9. Number 10. Oh yes, definitely a lot more than 12. Let's see how it looks like after 20. I forgot I used a different pattern for my other one, that's why. And because this is a different pattern from the other one, it's gonna take longer to do. But I like this pattern better. Yeah, okay, 11. Let's start with number 12. Hang on. I'm kind of counting. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue with number 12. I think we are going to end up doing maybe about 20 based on like how I'm seeing it coming out. Okay. That was 12. Time for 13. I think I should move my bands over here. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Gosh, I'm already... Okay. What was that? 13? I think. Or was it 14? No, that was probably 13. Boy, yeah, it was probably 13. So this is gonna be 14. I'm a mess right now. Sorry. I can't believe I can't remember. I should just jot down like where I'm at, or just keep track of like how many bands I'm gonna be using and just put them to the sides. That will probably be best for you guys too, if you put your bands on the sides. But since you're following me, you have like no idea like when I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. Did I do this one already? I guess so. Alright. Because there's only 4. Alright, so that will be 14. I think so. Yeah, we are getting pretty close. I think we're over halfway done, so it's definitely coming out into a good size. I want to make sure that he's still as anatomically correct as possible, and I tend to just eyeball everything. So, but for the most part, I'm pretty good at it. All those years of using our eyes in art school better have paid off. Okay, that was 15. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. 16. Planes, planes, everywhere, planes. This is the most planes we've ever gotten here. It's quite ironic. What is that, 17? Kidoki. Alright. Okay, 18. I'm just kind of want to check the length so far. And I think we are going to have to stop at 20. I think 20 will be a good size. I'm just going to go ahead and check it. Okay. So So 2 more. So this is going to be 19 and then 20, okay? Because there's this length already that I can see, but then there's going to be that additional length from the extra bands. It's going to be about this long total. That is a good length, yes. We'll stop at 20. And just hold on. Yeah, I think I'll be happy with 20. Might be a little long, but I think I'll be happy. I tend to make my necks a little bit longer when it comes to like dragons. I made Lugia's neck a little longer, but I kind of wanted it a little longer. They just look cooler, at least to me. It's a good thing after this one I'm doing a water Pokemon, which of course is Blastoise. Water Pokemon are my all-time favorite. So I may do a few more water Pokemon right after. Of course I'm doing Lucario, and as you guys requested, Xerneas and Bowser right after, and I'm gonna be putting in Milotic also in there, and some other ones whenever I get the chance. I'm gonna try to do them as fast as possible, of course. So that was 19. This is gonna be number 20. All right, this is gonna be the last one. Okay, last one, last call. Come on, come on. There. Okay, that was the number 20. Alright, and here's how we're going to take it out. Okay. Yes. I think that will be a good length. Okay. We are going to flip over the last 2 bands. Okay. No. Sorry. I forgot. You can't do that. Hopefully you guys didn't do that. Okay, hang on. What did I do last time? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put 2 bands across all of these. You're going to create your border with 2 bands. Is that what I did? Because I need to go ahead and connect it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly. I think I'm just going to do the other thing instead. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to grab those 2 bands instead, and I'm going to go ahead and just the same thing that we did for the arms. Go ahead and just put them in, all right? And then put it onto the next one. You're gonna grab again 2 bands. And I'm doing 2 bands because this is a thicker neck, so we need a little bit more extra support that's why. So there's gonna be a lot of bands. Just go on to the next one. Okay, when you get to the end and you put your slip knot, you're gonna do it in the same color, okay? Because I don't think we're gonna be taking out that slip knot. The other ones we are, but this one, because it's too many bands, I think we're just gonna leave the slip knot, so I'm just gonna make it in orange. Okay. Alright, okay. So now we're gonna, moment of truth, take it out. Oh boy. Come on. Ah, yes. I am happy with it. I'm gonna put my finger in so that way I can be able to make sure it's appropriate. Just tug on it, alright? Don't tug on it like this, okay? Because you don't want to break these bands. Pull it from here and tug on it like that, okay? That'll be a lot better. And just that way it can fix itself and get placed correctly. So this, we're just gonna go ahead and squeeze like that. So Charizard's neck is done with the head. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna hide this in with here. Alright. Okay. So our horns are looking fierce. Right, so then adjust them, head's good, everything else. Okay, so now we have our arms, our wings. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the feet. Go back to your regular loom. Okay. Ooh. So we will be needing our regular loom again. It's upside down. Okay. For this one, it's going to be done in 2 layers. Just for the foot, and then we're going to do the legs on top of that.